Hey everybody, Tom Harness here at my office here at the College of Business and Analytics at SIU. It has a new semester, which means new opportunities, new students, and new resources to teach everybody about digital marketing here at SIU. Glad you could tune in today. Hoping to do something a little bit different. You know me, I like to change things up, make things a little bit different. I want to make it a little bit more interactive for everybody. And so I'm going to give you an assignment. You can see it in the comments, but I want to give you a little context first. So this week, my students, I've got 17 wonderful students. Many of them, let's see if I can remember, many of them are from Chicago. Got one from Heron, Illinois, one from Murfreesboro, and one from St. Louis. The rest of the 17 are all from the Chicago area. So lots of different perspectives, lots of different experiences coming here. Very excited to talk to them and learn not only from them, but to try to share some of the knowledge and some of the things that I've learned over the about 14 years of owning a digital marketing company, Harness Digital Marketing. So what are we talking about this week? We are talking about target marketing. So this is my, let me see, 1, 2, 3. This is my fourth. Yeah, this is my fourth semester teaching here at SIU for the College of Business Analytics, the digital marketing class, and we've adapted and grown it a little bit. One of the things we're proud to announce is that this semester, all the students moving forward will be HubSpot certified for digital marketing. So not only will they be doing their final project, which is a digital marketing strategy that they will be able to take to interviews and crush it, they will also be able to tell them, hey, guess what? I am certified, HubSpot certified for digital marketing. We're all about giving our students the edge and the best ability and resources to go out and get that job and extend beyond just here. So target marketing. There's two things that I want to talk about with target marketing. It is the target audience and the buyer persona. Both are really fun and fascinating to kind of dive into. Buyer persona is really kind of like the fictional kind of ideal character that you are selling to, that you want. The target audience is what you're actually selling to. Target audience is built on surveys, data, anecdotal. What it is not built on is assumptions and what you, the owner, or a group of people think it is. There needs to be some basis, some foundation to who your target audience is. Just because you're selling a clothing line that's geared towards this audience, you need to make sure that it's aligned with that and that's who you're selling to. There's nothing worse than trying to sell, as the old adage would say, trying to sell ice to Eskimos, right? And so, or beachfront property in Arizona. So we want to make sure that the target audience matches that. Now, the buyer persona is really fun because, like I said, it's like a fictional character. That's kind of what your homework is, and that's what my students' homework is this week too, is to sell. I give them a fictional character, a buyer persona, and they have to sell to that person. What would they sell to them? What would be the ideal item to sell to them? Now, if you break down target audience, you might think, okay, male, data, male, female, location, interest, all that, and you would be correct. But we sometimes get really focused on the product and mashing it to just basic items. It's not about location. Sometimes it's about opportunity. And as my students learned this week, I gave them one of the little exercises was we talked about ice scrapers on Monday. That's what it was, where we had the potential for an ice storm. Now, out of 17 students, we asked questions. Questions are so important in target audience and defining that. And so they had to define some of the questions that they wanted to ask to learn who the target audience was. Out of 17 students, can you guess how many actually were a target audience for us based on all the questions, based on all the materials and resources that we read? One. We base that off of the person had to have a car. They didn't have a ice scraper. They had to have a need for it. And out of all the students, one, right? So if I would have brought ice scrapers that day to my classroom, the possibility of me only selling an ice scraper would have been to one person, unless opportunity happened. And they walked out and they needed an ice scraper and they couldn't find theirs. I could have sold my ice scrapers there. Any of them could have sold them. I bet you wanted to know what were they willing to pay. Well, apparently college students today have more money than some of us Gen Xers. They were willing to spend anywhere from $10 to $20 for an ice scraper. Okay. I said probably $5 to $8. And so it was interesting. You never learn these things unless you ask questions and have discussions. And that's really what this was about. We wanted to have an open discussion about selling an item and who's the target audience and who it's for. Now, with the buyer persona this week, and in the caption you'll see here, they in class were able to go to that link. I kind of gave them each a character. Now, let me pull up real quick on my end, 25 most iconic characters in history. So I didn't choose all of them, but here's a list. And what I'm asking you to do is go in and tell me, based on these characters, tell me comments below what the character you chose was and what item would you sell them, would be the ideal item. I like creativeness. You get bonus and brownie points for creativeness. So here's some of the characters you can choose from when you click on the link. Alonzo Harris from Training Day, you know, King Kong, hey God. Yeah, that one. Denzel Washington. You've got Annie Wilkes from Misery, another great character. Apollo Creed and Rocky. We've got Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop. There's Clarice Starling from Silence of the Lambs. And if you got her, you got to have, you know, Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Ellen Ripley in Alien. We've got Hans Gruber in Die Hard. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean. We've got John Coffey in The Green Mile. We've got we've got Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, or Han Solo in Star Wars. Michael Corleone, The Godfather. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. We've got Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, Norman Bates from Psycho, Rick Blaine in Casablanca, Rocky Balboa, Rocky, Sarah Connor in The Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Terminator, Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver. We've got Virgil Tibbs in The Heat of the Night. And I think that's all the ones that we have outlined here. Go through, look at the article, click on the article, the link. There's some bios. You might know some. You might need to research some. But the purpose of this is to get people to start thinking. I use this quote. I'm a big Ted Lasso fan. Be curious, not judgmental. I think many times as business owners, when we have services and products, we make a lot of assumptions about that audience, which is good, but it is stereotypical. And we might be so far in the forest, we can't see the trees. So what do? Well, we need to break down the data. If we have a website and we've been selling, let's look at some of the analytics of the traffic of the website. Social media, the same thing. Let's ask our friends. Let's see what we are. And if you're just starting out, determine your target audience based on the products that you have. Ask questions. Be curious, not judgmental. Ask questions. And you know what? If you don't know the questions to ask, reach out to me. I'll help you out. We'd love to. I'm sure some of the students would love to answer some questions for you. Just because someone has a certain age or looks a certain way doesn't mean they're not hip and cool anymore. It just means maybe they're not the demographic you're looking for, and maybe you're so excited about the product and service, you just need a little help about determining the buyer persona or the target audience. So, as always, if you're excited about digital marketing and you want to get a degree in it, I can't speak too highly enough about the College of Business and Analytics, the marketing department here. Great group of people, great professors, determined to make sure that we provide opportunities not only during the years they're here, but extending on. Caring people, wonderful resources available, and we're always willing to go above and beyond. So if you want to know more, the little scrolling marquee down here, there you go. Too excited. www.business.siu.edu if you want to learn a little bit more about it. And I'm Tom Harness with Harness Digital Marketing, and go Dogs.